What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So, as you can tell by the title, we have some interesting news to cover today for the Transformers 1 animated movie coming out next September. So, the China Licensing Expo began earlier today, which would be, if you're in the United States, it would have been overnight. And somebody who attended this, I guess it's still going on probably too. There was a panel for the Transformers 1 movie, and they gave us a little bit of a description on what went on at that panel for the movie, and they gave us a drawing here of Megatron and Orion Pax, or Optimus, whoever it's going to be at the time. This is interesting. I'll read the description a little later. I just want to talk about the designs that the person drew up that they said they saw. Now, this is just based off of memory. It probably won't be a one-to-one to how these characters are actually going to look within the movie. This is some interesting design work. We kind of knew that this would be the aesthetic for the one movie because we did see those teaser images either, I think it was earlier this year or late last year with the poster and the banner. We saw how the characters were sort of going to look with that aesthetic with the bigger heads and the slimmer bodies, and it definitely seems like they're still keeping that and carrying that over for the final cut of the movie. And to be honest with you, I don't really mind these designs at all from what we could tell by this quick little sketch. It definitely seems like it's leaning more into the aligned continuity, cyberverse sort of stylization for these characters, maybe even animated. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit too, but mostly aligned continuity and cyberverse. But yeah, I don't mind these designs too much. I've seen people on TFW like overreacting about how these designs look and the plot details that were leaked within this that I'll be reading here shortly. People, just calm down. We haven't even seen a freaking teaser trailer yet. Just chill out. We're going to be seeing a lot more info on this movie in the coming months, and obviously for the rollout right before it releases. So just chill out. At least wait until we see a trailer. But let me read this little description that the person wrote here. It says here it's from Baidu, which is I think it's like some Chinese social media website. And this was translated via Chat GPT, so there might be a couple inconsistencies. And I quote, "On the afternoon of the 16th, I attended the China Licensing Expo. I was fortunate to see some news about next year's animated blockbuster movie, Transformers 1. The key highlight was the release of a teaser, which couldn't be recorded on the spot. For memory, I sketched the appearances of the two main characters. However, please note that these sketches are based solely on my recollection, and the actual appearance might differ, so I recommend waiting for the teaser. It seems that the details of the movie are still being kept under wraps, according to the people from the expo. They only received the teaser yesterday. The plot is expected to revolve around the love, hate, and rivalry between Optimus Prime, Megatron, Bumblebee, and Alita, as well as their journey to obtaining the transformation cog. Initially, they have a hollow space in their chest as depicted in my drawings. After acquiring the transformation cog, their chest designs will change. In the middle to later stages, they gain the ability to transform, and their initial incomplete forms appear in various humorous and bizarre shapes. They can transform into vehicles like trucks, tanks, sports cars, and motorcycles. Characters such as Shockwave, Soundwave, and Starscream are also introduced, but at that time, they are not yet enemies. Everything appears to be reminiscent of the beginning of a dream. The movie is produced by Industrial Light and Magic, the studio responsible for Transformers 1 through 5, so the quality should be good." And then he finishes up here with, "The overall character designs are more rounded compared to the previous posters, and it might take some getting used to for everyone. I've never seen character designs quite like these, so they are somewhat unique. For example, Alpha Trion appears to be a fusion of stone and plants, which is very different from the usual Cybertronian designs. Sentinel is blue, and I don't have a clear impression of other characters." So, quite a little bit to unpack here in terms of character designs and some of the plot here for the movie. So it seems like, oh man, I do have one little problem with this description. I know it's just some quick little description. We don't even have any images or a teaser trailer out yet, but From the sounds of this, it seems like this is going to be the 8th Transformers movie in a row that revolves around a MacGuffin or some sort of device that the Transformers are after. I don't know, man. That rubs me the wrong way a little bit. So it seems like the war is probably going to start over the power and the technology of the transformation cog and the advancements that gives the Transformers race. I'm assuming Optimus and Megatron are going to have disagreements on what they want to use the T-COG for, and that'll end up in causing the Autobot and Decepticon divide probably. So that's what I'm assuming that's going to be for. I don't know. It's an interesting concept. I would be more welcoming to this if we didn't have similar storylines where the Transformers are at war over a device or a machine for power the past 7 movies. I thought it would be a bit different plot-wise, considering this is A, an animated movie, B, it's based on the beginnings of the Cybertronian War. But, man, it seems like at this point the Transformers movie franchise isn't going to get away from the main plot device for each movie being the Transformers after some sort of device or piece of machinery. But getting that out the way, everything else does sound pretty cool. I mean, Alpha Trion, a fusion of stone and plants? Like, what? That's an idea I'm open to. I gotta see how that looks. It sort of fits with his character depending on what depiction you want to go with, whether it's G1 or a line continuity. Sentinel Prime being a blue character. Oh boy, that's an animated reference. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I love it. Any animated reference in the live action franchise is welcome to me. So that brought a little smile to my face when I first read that a couple hours ago. And we already did know that Industrial Light and Magic will be doing the animation for this movie, so that's a big thumbs up. They're obviously responsible for some of the best CGI work, arguably ever, within the first couple Transformers movies, so that definitely is a positive sign right there. And I don't know if it was ever leaked or confirmed yet, but it's cool to hear that we are going to be getting Shockwave, Soundwave, and Starscream in this movie. You could kind of infer that we were getting them because of, the story of the beginning of the Cybertronian War. It would be pretty obvious that these 3 would appear, but it's great to have confirmation that we actually do know that they're going to appear. Now, another weird little thing here I have is, why is Bumblebee at the forefront of the revolution of the T-COG? Usually Bumblebee is just like a regular citizen of Cybertron that got thrusted into war, like this innocent, I guess you could say, nerdy, goody two-shoe type of guy. He's a regular citizen, not a usual warrior. So I don't know how they're gonna spin that, because it seems like Optimus, Megatron, Bumblebee, and Elita 1 are the 4 main characters of this movie. Elita 1 I can understand, but Bumblebee, it seems like they're really just shoehorning him in just because he's been the main character for all the other movies. Man, I really wish they would have just went with like Jazz. I mean, Jazz is Optimus Prime's second in command in most iterations of Transformers. Why they didn't just go with Jazz, I don't know, or maybe even like a scientific Autobot, being that this plot is going to revolve around the T-COG. They could have picked Ratchet, Wheeljack, Perceptor, somebody to be along with Optimus and Elita, but I don't know. And they did mention that Megatron's going to be a gladiator, so I wonder how he goes into the T-COG and how he gets wrapped up in all this scientific stuff if he's still a citizen that's a gladiator at the bottom of the barrel within Cybertron. It seems like all the Transformers are going to have a hollow hole in their chest, and then however the T-COG is discovered or created, or like we just don't know what's going to happen with the T-COG. It seems like once the Transformers get it, it totally changes their whole look, their chest design, and they could transform into whatever they choose. That seems like a bit of a change too, them being able to transform into whatever at the time. because I don't think, well, maybe there are. We don't know the whole story of this movie, but trucks, tanks, sports cars, and motorcycles, how are they going to get those designs and transform into them? Maybe there are already vehicles on the planet that they work and drive in. Who knows? That'll be interesting to find out. But a lot of cool things that were revealed here today for Transformers 1. I cannot wait to hear more about this movie, see a trailer, a poster, more promotional stuff. It's going to be an exciting time for a movie fan next year, definitely, and for a Transformers fan in general. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you guys think about this new info for the Transformers 1 movie. All my social medias are linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. My email is also down below if you guys want to email me about business inquiries, or if you guys want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people in terms of toy photography, stop motions, and just regular display shelves and cases. Whatever you want to do with that, hit me up and we could work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.